Welcome back to another episode, guys. Today we're catching smallmouth bass on Greers Ferry Lake. It's a little wakey because there's a lot of boats running around. Let's see what we get. Had him. I got him. Little bitty guy. What in the world? That's the world's smallest smallmouth. Look, he tried to bite that bait. It's the same size as he is. Fish got some pretty colors though, don't he? Little bitty guy. I got a fish, I do have a fish. Little bitty guy. Little bitty smallmouth. About the size of my bait. These guys are long and skinny. Oh my God, there was a giant fish behind me. I mean a giant fish. I got him. I got something. Look like I got a small. Oh, he split it. Look like about a 1 pound smallmouth. Got him. Not a very big guy. It's like a largemouth or a spot. Aggressive. Oop, give me my Kitech back. Little spotted bass, about a pound. What's going on, guys, is this water's up really high. The water's usually way out here, and the lake's really high, and it's flooded all this brush that's along the bank. And the bait fish are in here, and the bass are just in here tagging them. There he is. Smallmouth. I keep getting tagged by fish, and they're these smallmouth about that size. There's a bunch of them in here. There he is. That's a little better fish. There he is. Well, that fish came off in the boat. That's a nice smallmouth there, about a pound and a half. Pretty fish. Got him. Another smallie. Oh, and he came off. There's fish holding up on this point on all this brush. He's chasing it, but he didn't commit. There's a better fish than what I've been catching. So maybe this is the key, is to get out here and there he was. Nice smallmouth. Decent little smallmouth there. They're not real tall, they're just long and skinny. These are really pretty fish though, look at that. Got him. It's a little better fish than that. No, he just ran sideways. He's not very big. Another smallmouth. That little old fish choked that bait. Look how small that fish is, and that bait is all the way in his mouth. That big old bait for that little smallmouth. Got that one. Another smallmouth. Man, he's a jumper, ain't he? Pretty smallmouth on that white Kitech, that pearl. Actually, this is not a Kitech. This was a Rage Swimmer. They were out of Kitechs. This is what I bought instead of it. Got him. Decent little fish too. Yeah, he is. Come here, buddy. That's another one. Nice fish. Sure, he got him. There he is. Got another one. Not very big. Smallmouth are really biting today, but most of them are really small. Alright, so this last couple fish I threw way out from the bank, parallel the bank, let it sink for a few seconds, and then started creeping it back real slow, fishing about 8 feet deep. There was a secondary line of bushes way out here, and that's where they were kind of held up. I can see them in there though. There's a bunch of them. Oh, I got that fish. Not very big. Look. This is what I keep seeing in there. A whole bunch of these guys running around. Alright guys, I just pulled into the last bank I'm going to fish today. And there seems to be a whole lot of brush. So this is good. I'm hoping this can pull out some fish. There's brush way out here under the boat. The water runs way up in the woods, so I can go up in there if the fish are up in there a little further. Oop, thought I had a fish. I had a bush. So fishing the banks like this that has brush at different water depths is critical to my success today. And I am by no means a professional out here. I only fish this lake once or twice a year. I was hoping to catch one or two more before I went in, or at least try to find a good one. Trying to find a big one seems to be the challenge. They're in here. I just don't seem to be very good at catching them. I probably need to be fishing out into deeper water, fishing this outside brush with bottom bouncing baits. You know, just like even this swim bait, you can throw it down, let it hit the bottom and kind of bounce it. But I think if I was going to catch a bigger smallmouth, I'm going to have to be on the bottom. The little ones dart up to the top and get your bait. I figured the big ones would too, but haven't even had any luck doing that today. you're wondering what that sound is, I bought this brand new Lew's Speed Spin, their spinning reel. Their cheap economy model, I guess, is probably where I went wrong, but it is super loud. I would not recommend this reel. This thing is super annoying. Oh, yeah, I got it. Oh, wow, that was a much bigger fish. Did you see that? That was the bigger fish I was looking for, and I guess I didn't hook him very well. So guys, what I did to end up catching these fish today is I went with this rod because I had 8-pound line on it. The water is super clear and pretty deep. So I got a 1/2 ounce tungsten jig head on this swim bait. And on this 8-pound line, it goes pretty deep. And also the 8-pound line helps keep the fish from seeing the line. I don't know if these fish are line shy, but I would imagine they are. Anytime you fish clear water, it seems to be that way. But this seems to be the trick for today. All right, guys, it's 10:18. Sun's come up. It's getting hot quick. I'm about to get off the water. You saw what I did. I caught a handful of just kind of dink smallmouth. I didn't catch anything with any size to it. The only fish that I had that was any size to it got off. But I downsized my line. I started fishing with 8-pound line. I was fishing with that Rage swimmer for the most part, that white with the glitter. That ended up being the bait of the day. The boats are starting to come out now. The conditions for today, it's hot right now, it's sunny, but it was overcast all morning. We had a nasty storm last night. Matter of fact, my boat was out in the rain. It got soaking wet. The seats were wet. I had to drain the water out. Like, there was a nasty storm and a cold front that came through. So this is post-frontal conditions. And if I had to guess, I don't think many people were catching fish, because like every 10 minutes, the boats were moving around, bouncing around. And no fish were cresting the top. There were no white bass hitting, none of that stuff. So it was just seek and find kind of day. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Check back with me later in the week, and hopefully I'll get on some more tomorrow. You guys have a good one.